Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nerds the Human, and welcome back to our Medieval 2 American Rebels campaign. And you join us outside of Water Palm, where we're only one turn from taking the city now, which is marvellous. The Chichimecs are in a little bit of trouble. We have Culiacan under siege as well, and down the south, Ahua Katlan is also under siege. We are still quite a few turns away there, but I reckon we'll be fine. We've got a strong enough army dealing with that. Obviously, we have the likes of the Aztecs over here in Pulpo, and at this point, we're probably going to try and hold on to all of this. Obviously, we do have some more troops coming in. The Eagle Warriors are, of course, meant for charging. I really need to make sure I utilise them as very micromanaging charging units rather than shoving them up on the walls like I have been doing. So at some point, I'll learn my lesson. But for now, we're still trying to learn a couple of these units. We've got the Coyote Priest, of course. We've got more and more units coming in. Hopefully, we'll be able to defend Pulpo in the coming turns. But you might notice it's turn 20. Turn 20 is not necessarily a good thing for us because between 20 and 30 is when the French are due to arrive. So I'm going to have to try and figure out something for all of this. In retrospect, I probably don't need all of these armies to come this way, and I probably should have kept some in this part of the world. But one thing I have done in between is I've done an awful lot of jumping around the towns, whacking all of them up to very high where they're sizable enough. So, for example, over here, 8,000 population, 11,000, 18,000 in Chichimec. So yeah, right at the tax rate in those. We're also trying to build where we can. So I have had a little look, and the Great Pyramids seem to do a little bit in terms of building some units. So I'm guessing that's helping us get these Jaguar Warriors, which is obviously going to be key for us going forward. So yes, I think it's about time to end our turn, see what happens. But the French could be arriving very soon, and as much as I'm getting the odd unit here or there, and I'm going to start building all of these Raiders teepees, yes, we could have a lot of problems very, very soon indeed. Well, to start us off, it's hardly surprising, but the Chichimecs are at least going to put up a fight over here in Water Palm, which is as efficiently as possible, I suppose, because we do have more of them to take out in time. But there's no general. Hopefully, won't be too problematic. Normally, with these kind of sallies at the end of a long siege, they just get shot and run away. So let's hope for more of that, shall we? Let's head in. In they come then, and I do love this little tune. It's rather silly and beautiful. Now, hopefully, we'll be able to break them nice and quick here today. We've got our Apache and Braves at the front to throw in some missiles as they arrive, which I'm hoping break them pretty efficiently. Obviously, lots and lots of arrows coming in. And yeah, we'll hit these lads nice and quickly. So they're going to hit our Braves, which is a little bit irritating, but they are breaking almost immediately. There we go. So you get yourselves into their flanks, and these guys can just throw into here, support those chaps. That'll be absolutely fine. There we go. You into these lads, you into here, and we'll just get some flaming arrows over the top into those chaps, and we'll probably be absolutely fine. These chaps have moved back. We'll get back into fire arrows, and at this point, yeah, we probably just need some of these to help us out here. General, you might as well get into battle. We could do with a little hand here or there. Get some of these warriors in at this point, because a few of you are just a little bit further back behind the lines than I would like. There we are. We finally got the break over here, which is what we were looking for. And with that, that should be the whole collapse, because these guys are a little bit stronger, but they are the only ones pretty much who aren't routing at this point. You two are there. Get yourselves back into that position. You're supposed to be hitting them. And that should, come on, that should be that. End this dumb thing already. We have killed most of them, to be fair. Can't complain too much. They do still have some archers back there. They should start shooting into them. We literally killed all of the last few over there. That's fine by me. Get yourselves back in position, and there goes the rout in that part of the world. Okay, charge them down. Charge them down. At this point, I think we pretty much got them all on the run. If we can just break them all simultaneously, that will be ideal. Come on. That's... oh, someone's not gone. There we go. Victory. A few more losses than I would have liked, because, as ever, as ever things go wrong. But overall, pretty solid. Can't complain. We'll end the battle there. 250 lost. It's not the end of the world. Let's recover our troops and we can soon head on. Small enough place, we'll just occupy Water Palm. It's one of our old... Oh, yes. I forgot about all of this stuff. Foreign fleet sighted. I don't like that. Yeah, look at this. We're getting ourselves some new troops, although strangely, they're not looking... Don't know where we picked up this guy from. He must have got shipwrecked from this fleet or something like that. I don't know. Does not look like a native to me, but we will have him nonetheless. He's plain. It doesn't matter to me. No, let's go for that.
Europe is afire with tales from the New World. Rumors of cities made of gold and people covered in jewels draw others to this strange new land. Even now, foreign fleets make their way across the sea.
Okay, so we've spotted some French explorers. Don't know where we've spotted them, to be honest. I can't see them at all. Nonetheless, apparently they exist, so that's something we'll have to deal with in time. So trade increase, nice, fair in rule. Not sure what difference that really makes to me, but we'll take it for now. So, my good sir, how are you looking? Poor disciplinarian, well, plus to morale, we'll take that. You've already got extra movement points, so not the end of the world. That you were just checking on that Spanish army. Hopefully it's continuing to move down the south. We do want to take this Chichimec town, so yes, we'll, if it's safe to keep moving, that is what we will do. Okay, it's safe to move these down for now, so we're going to shuffle these lads along. Perfect. And as for Water Palm, well, there's more over here. We probably need to fill in some of these gaps in the meantime, so we'll just keep on scouting for... Aha, okay. Well, you're probably in trouble. Full stack, full stack, full stack. Do I want to take him on with my full stack? Probably not, actually, because my full stacks don't generally like winning battles. So I have to bear that one in mind. I'm just going to let this one surrender. There's only 2 turns left, so I don't mind doing that. Now, at least we know where this guy is. That's the main thing. So at this point, the Water Palm army, what should we do with you? Can we retrain here? We can't at the moment. So a hunter's TP is probably, or raiders. Which one we want of the 2, actually. You know what? We will get the raiders for now. We'll worry about the hunters a bit later. And at this point, yeah, what you need to do is use... you're actually a few units. You are a few random men. So let's use you as my scouts. Trickle along, my good sirs. Trickle along and just see what we can find. So it looks like that's the only force there. Okay. So what we probably want to do then is merge what we've got here and send this army ever onward. So. Water Palm, Water Palm, Water Palm. We must have some trash we can use. Yeah, we'll just send this out. So, nothing doing in this direction. Then we'll send him along. That's fine by me. And these reinforcements now. This direction could get problematic. I should probably keep my general in that part of the world, if I'm honest. I'm going to have one over here. So I guess my general's going to appear over there eventually. Where is my new chap, by the way? Well, the new general appeared in I don't know where he is at this point. Has he appeared with him? No. No. Oh gosh, where are we? Is Pulpo my capital? I think it is. Does that mean he's appeared over here? I honestly don't know where this guy is. So he could be in all sorts of places. Oh dear, oh dear. I found our foreign friend. He's hiding out in Canpec, which probably isn't ideal, to be honest, although I suppose I do need a general or 2 to take on the Spanish, so that will have to do, I guess. So over here we're doing okay. We're just obviously going to try and hold off as much as we can into Spanish. Our only chance is to sit full stacks in cities and bleed them to death, but unfortunately the AI will get so many bonuses. I'm not sure how we're going to have a chance, but at the very least we can try and push further this direction, try and maybe batter our way through the Aztecs, and maybe, just maybe then, we'd have a chance to squeeze them out. But yes, that is a big maybe I'm somehow thinking. So otherwise, I'm running this army away from the Aztecs for now. Just want to make sure there is an army floating around here who could get to take a man, which slightly worries me. We have a few troops over here, but not a lot, to be honest. And of course, Pulpo is going to have to continue to hold out for the time being. But it looks like they're ready to head in. Now we have some peasants over here, which have got eyes on the town, Zacatecas. And to be honest, this army over here, ideally we'd never have to take them on at all. If we can dance around them, that'd probably be for the best. So how am I going to do that? I don't know, because they'll just magically know where we are, won't they? I'll tell you what, you go across to Water Palm. That's probably going to be the best idea. We're going to use these scouts to just keep an eye on where they are, but never really engage with them. That's probably for the best. You can hang out here, and these reinforcements can swing that way. That's a good plan. Okay, you do the same. You come and... Alright, don't join them, just do that. Fine. So, we are looking okay with the Chichimecs. I reckon if we can take their towns, then that's going to be a better way of dealing with them. And hopefully then we don't need to worry about that last stack if it's just floating around in the middle of nowhere. So I don't think there's much really to do in an aggressive stance right now, because essentially we are just shifting our units around and really waiting for the counter-attack here from the likes of the Spanish, the Aztecs, and, well, the French, who are soon to arrive. Into Pulpo they come then, and I'm a bit concerned because we did lose quite a few of our troops last time, didn't we? Now, we've got ourselves plenty of archers, and we know that should be good. Luckily, those reinforcements haven't decided to, well, reinforce. So we'll see how we're doing with this. They don't have a proper general, and their general's actually a peasant, so he should be quick to kill. Okay, so I reckon we are probably all right here. But again, it's how much damage are we going to take, because they have too many troops around for me to be able to reinforce right at this moment. And I really want to keep the great town of Octopi. So let's head in. Let's keep this under our control. Oh, we've seen this before, have we not? Oh, I do enjoy this particular entry point. All of those non-shield side arrows coming in to slaughter them. Now, I also obviously have some Coyote Priests on this occasion who do scare the enemy infantry, so wherever their ladders come, this will very much help us out. Hopefully we'll be slaughtering them long before that. Anyway, I do have a load of extra infantry down here, just waiting for the right opportunity. Don't really know where their ladders are going, so I'm going to redeploy those as and when I need to. So these archers are about to get attacked by those lads, so we're just going to run them around the corner. Lovely, you get yourselves over here. Now actually run. Thank you. Okay, so we should be delivering lots and lots of brutal arrows on these lads. Even the arrow throwers might do something useful for the first time in history here today. Who knows? Who knows? Some of our archers over here. Likewise, they're going to end up under attack, but the Coyote Priests will hopefully help us out with all of that. Okay, these... I really wish people would actually get on the balls properly and follow instructions on the balls in this game, because I would love these guys to just be shooting them in the back in a moment's time, but no, they're not going to do it. They're going to get caught out by these guys, and they're going to start getting stuck in hand-to-hand combat. Maybe we just about get away with that one. Just about. Okay, we've got these lads up here now. These lads can shoot into them. I think we just about pulled that one off. That is beautiful. So, as it was, only 44 of them as they climb up here. And I don't think they're going to do too well. I'm hoping they break pretty quickly. Yeah, they've broken instantaneously. Eagle Warriors over here against our Coyote Priests. Well, that's probably an ideal matchup for us. At least in terms of us having our better units there. Now, their Rams made it. That's unfortunate. I didn't really focus on burn it down, but they very rarely do burn down on this anyway. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. What I could do, however... What I could do is consider what I want to do with these lads. Do I want to block the gate? Probably don't, to be honest. I'd probably rather have these back on the plaza. I should really have learned my lesson from previous battles. The gates are down. Some floating arrows were sitting in the gate entrance there, which is very, very strange indeed. However, this does mean they're now going to start flooding in, which is a little bit problematic, actually. Yes. So, So. Hopefully their morale isn't going to hold very well, but they are now coming to attack us. And does that mean they're going to start clambering up from the insides? I'm not really sure, but I suspect we'll be fine one way or another. So these guys are attacking them. You should be shooting them and not hand-to-hand combating, because that doesn't end very well for you. Just shoot them and it all ends. There we go. You see, that was so much easier, wasn't it? At that point, they'll probably be broken and collapse. Yeah, you see, they're going to start flooding in this way. And hopefully, well, we'll just be able to break them before they cause too many casualties. Impressively, these guys have decided to rout in spite of the fact that we have been absolutely slaughtered. Oh, there's a whole new unit. Oh, that's slightly more problematic, actually. Yes, it is. Although they're broken. There's so many broken units here. I don't know how they're causing themselves so many problems. Nonetheless, we are... Ooh, look at that. There's quite a few routing at this point. That's nice. So we've got some peasants up here against our coyote priests. That's fine. We're not the best unit in the world, but we're certainly... Yeah, they're wavering. Hopefully that's going to help us break them in time. These guys, I gave specific orders. That's... Well, that was something special. We got to see them climb there in a very bizarre fashion. Don't really know what that just was, but that should hopefully be their army collapsing before our eyes. I would think that's probably the case at this point. Yeah, look at them run. Look at them run. I just sent my men to climb down. They're actually climbing past us as they... What? This is very, very strange. I was sending them down here just so we could try and mop up some as they got themselves trapped, which is kind of funny. They climbed past each other and then they decided to run. Anyway, let's try and get as many of them up in this sort of area as possible. We might run into one or two of them on the way, but we'll just mop them all up. 10% lost, 72% of them, and a heroic victory. Glory is upon us. With that, Pulpo has been defended for one more turn, and well, of course it's just a scout, so let's not worry too much about this. However, I did notice that all the troops around Pulpo disappeared, which is slightly concerning. If I have money, I would very much like, of course, to retrain, so it's not the end of the world, but yeah, we'll just accept what we can. Where are they? No, I don't like this at all. Where have they gone? The Europeans have officially arrived in New France after following us across the seas to claim for themselves the riches and glory we have won. The day has finally arrived that they come for us. They've entered our hard-won lands, and lust in their eyes and greed in their hearts. But they will have a fight on their hands. Yeah, don't think we have a single troop yet, but yes, we have not sailed the world over to hand over treasures to them. Send these European devils back to their own shores or to hell. Yes, we're already talking in their terms. Captain Timas. Aha. Now, that's actually a rather nice little force with some experience, but what am I supposed to do in here? What am I supposed to do in the middle of this? At least we have some eyes on the ground now. It's nice to know what's going on. But to be honest, there's not an awful lot I can do. Okay, my huge building program in the from the end of last turn seems to be coming through. I even built some mines. That was ballsy of me. Okay, feel like we're going to hold on to that. We'll keep building up the skull rack and hopefully we'll be fine. So Alton Ha, we built that. I thought that pyramid would get us stuff, but it hasn't. It's hard to know with the rebels sometimes what is actually going to work. The Raiders Tippy over here is giving us Apache and Braves, and that's fine. I keep clicking on all the wrong things. So yes, Yamakura up in the north, Apache and Braves. So yeah, that's the kind of thing we want to see. Now we've got the French over here. Now, of course, we do need to spend what little money we have on some of these troops in this part of the world. Alabama over there. We're just going to have to send them in this direction. Yeah, okay. So all of this, we're just going to meet up over here. That will be fine. And if we can meet them further down, then we will, but there's not a lot that we can really do. So you've only just built your thing. You can't even do anything. Maybe they'll leave it alone. Maybe they'll leave it alone. Who knows, eh? Well, the French are here, which is unfortunate, but that is just the way things go. Now, we know that the army's around here somewhere. Just keep an eye on this part of the world. We don't need to know exactly where it is if... Ooh, there's a random force. hide back around the corner. Hopefully they can't see us. We can't see you. You can't see us. That's how it works. To some extent, that is how it works, but it's not necessarily true. So as we continue to plod on in this part of the world, looks like we're fairly safe to keep these guys moving. In spite of opening up that view, I'm going to move this way, just so we can continue to plod. Right. Zacatecas. Now. The problem with that reinforcing army, of course, is they're always going to want to come back for this capital, aren't they? Am I going to lose more by taking this on quickly? Probably. Then if I just take them out. I don't know what's the best course of action there, but I have good forces and I need to not be throwing them away right now. Fine. Okay, you head over here. I still can't see the rest of the Aztecs. Maybe they've moved this way. Who knows? But I don't have an awful lot more I can do for the time being in this part of the world other than wait. Knowing this game, they'll come to attack me rather than bother to deal with their own problems. But hey-ho. Right, okay, the Spanish are still floating around, which is not really what I wanted to see. They will see me undone. Okay. Well, we're going to hide in these trees for now. I could take them out. I think this is a different army, actually, because they are generated to start landing randomly along this coast, which is what that army was. I'm guessing this is a different army altogether. Okay, well, this scout's gone. That wasn't... yeah, there's the army we're originally following. And we should probably run away. So, the Spanish forces around here are somewhat problematic for the end of the Chichimecs, which suggests that we may not be able to take this when we like. And thus, we probably need to be just a little bit careful when it comes to our next move in this part of the world. So perhaps that suggests that we do need to take out that army in the field and thus go for Zacatecas. Okay, my general army needs to actually be the one who attacks, but I would probably suggest he takes control of this army. Something along those lines anyway. Probably best to take out that one in the field first. Right, well, no real reinforcements have arrived at Culiacan, so we should be fine to take that on the end turn. But things are looking squeaky bum time in some places, aren't they? However, we do have some more scouts arriving on the Spanish borders, so we'll just make sure we know what's going on here. I'm quite happy to bide my time over in this part of the world and just get some of this infrastructure that I put in place actually be built. Yes, the Chichimec second sally of the day then. Well, technically not a sally actually, because these chaps have attacked us in the field, which they probably should have done a few turns back. Nonetheless, we will need to finish them off. There is a general here, so yes, what's the best way of doing this? I'll tell you what, we'll try and grab at these guys, slaughter them as quick as possible actually. We'll just slaughter them with sheer force. And after that, hopefully these guys will retreat and just surrender. That's the plan. Yeah, let's go for that. We do have ourselves a rather lovely hill. It's a bit wet, but honestly, that doesn't seem to make much difference to the arrows on this game. So we won't worry about that too much. Hopefully, we'll land a few arrows into them and we'll start throwing in javelins at the Apache and Braves before too long. Fortunately, these guys have actually managed to appear. So how are we going to do this? We're going to turn these two guys over in that direction. Okay, they're going to start charging in. Fine. Javelins. Nice. We'll hopefully do a good bit of damage before they arrive. And they're just covering that particular assault. Fine. Right. Let's grab our infantry. Well, actually, we'll throw these two in this direction just to cover that side. And these two can come in this direction. They're pretty much all routing already. Yeah, actually, this is what I wanted. They are pretty much immediately broken. So let's just get all of these Apache Braves into that position. Dog soldiers, just move yourselves over there. We'll shoot at these lads. These chaps are doing their job. Everyone should be running at this point. That's good. Okay, and you guys come around here. You ran a little bit further than I really should have asked you to move. Okay, you get into there. That'll be fine. These lads are doing their job. Right. Okay. Hit these chaps. You get into that position. And you just back into these lads. Get on top of them, please, Mr. General. This guy won't really go down, but he's just... that will just take some time, I guess. Got to chunk him away. He's steady apparently, but once the rest of his line are gone, then I guess we'll be absolutely fine. Right, you charge down at those lads. And who else do we have? Apache and Braves. Yeah, just charge into them at this point. There goes their general. Yeah, our foe's leader. Good. I was hoping that they weren't going to suddenly change their mind about who just got themselves killed. I assume all the ones from the town are doomed. I didn't actually check before, but I'm pretty certain at this point, yeah, everyone will die at the end of this battle. So, all infantry then charge into these guys. And I think at this point, yeah, these lances are the last ones, I reckon. There we go. Someone's just about... Well, they're just about getting enough people back last second. But that just means more of them get killed. I love how officially I haven't actually won at this point, because apparently there are a few archers. There we go. I'm probably just being taking hits for no good reason, but now we're done, so that's good. Officially victory then. We've lost 12%, nothing too bad there. And hopefully we pretty much taken care of all of their troops in this part of the world. I imagine they'll fizzle into nothing. As you might expect, our scouts continuously do get picked off, but that's not really the end of the world. Same for this lad, he's not going to end too well, but you know what, the Spanish hopefully give these guys a poke in a minute. It would be rather irritating if they didn't, although I somehow doubt that the Chichimecs and Spanish are currently at war. I wouldn't mind, well, I say I wouldn't mind, it's going to be a lot harder to kill a Spanish town, but it'll be isolated. Right, occupy Culiacan, that's ours now. The Spanish are trying to pick off our scout, who did not move very far. He's a brave, alcoholic, handsome chap. Interesting. Yes, I'm just going to accept everyone, of course. So, a few bits of this or that. None of it really matters all that much. Apparently, there are still just a few men left outside. Why are they still even here? Well, we'll just auto-resolve one of the rare occasions on a rebel campaign. I might consider doing that. Let's merge those together and we'll carry on moving onwards. We'll leave those lads over there and we'll keep plodding down this coastal path, which presumably is the same region. Yes, it is the same region indeed. Okay, so no sign of all of those Aztec forces. I'm just going to hope that they've moved eastward, but there's not a lot really I can do if they're all going to pile in. But we'll see how long we can hold on. As for the Spanish, I wanted to go check the diplomacy here. So they're actually allies of the Chichimecs. Of course they're allies of them. Oh dear. Oh well. I guess that means that we need a new scout. So if we can get, a weak unit, that'll be fine. And you can hang around at the border. We'll just keep them here for the time being. And everyone else can, well, I don't know, figure out what we're doing. The French haven't actually attacked us, which is interesting. They haven't just walked into this empty town, which they could have done, but they have not, so I suppose that is something. We'll get ourselves some Apache and Braves over here. Just get those ticking along. Just, honestly, just fill up all of the recruitment slots as much as we humanly can. Okay, so. We'll see what happens with the French in time. Why would you do that? Okay. That's not particularly helpful, is it? So I'm going to turn that one off. But we are now starting to get some troops popping up in this part of the world, which is good for the future campaign. And as for the Spanish, they are just poking, at our little spy unit who can go, you know what, I don't really trust you to do that sensibly, so you can come over here. There we go. And you can do that job instead. Perfect. Right, this is looking okay in this part of the world, isn't it? We've got ourselves a few spies. Spanish have plenty of men over here, but plenty enough where I could theoretically take it if I attacked, but I'm not going to do that anytime soon, as I suggested. Right, Tican's looking okay, which is what I want to see. No sign of... Well, the English will turn up on the Mosquito Cut. They turn up around here, don't they? Nicaragua. A little bit further on from now. Is it more like turn 50, 60? They're going to be a fair while. Hopefully we'll be solid enough by the time that happens. After a couple quiet turns then, we've got ourselves a load of Great Pyramids finally built then. And with that, the Jaguar Warriors are coming through. We can retrain the old ones just in time because, yes, what's the town here? Gigango. Yeah, that's fallen to the Spanish at this point, which is unfortunate because there were lots and lots of armies. So we'll see what they do in the coming terms. At the very least, we do have ourselves... Can we retrain the 4? Okay, we'll retrain the 4 rather than train a new unit at this point. That is fair enough. But yes, we need to try and work out if we can do anything to defend these towns. You go over to Uxmal for now. You, sir, can you go down to Tikal? I don't want you to go too close. Yeah, go that way round. Thank you very much. So Chetamal can now get itself some Jaguar Warriors, which is very nice. That's got the Great Pyramid. Now, Altenha. It's just a pyramid. We need the Great Pyramid in order to get those troops. Fair enough. Fine. I think I just built that over here in Tekoman as well. Yeah, Great Pyramid. But here it hasn't worked. So that's a bit of a shame. I'm not sure I want to spend that money immediately. Although we are getting a few more over here. So a few archers. Not particularly good, but some archers are very helpful for defending the city, of course. So we'll just do a little bit of merging. There's so much training we can do in this town, but we've had a couple turns of respite just to get ourselves the extra units we want. 2 turns until Ahua Katlan decides to, well, probably won't surrender, but we'll worry about that at a later point. Army's gathering over in Water Palm. This lad over here, I wouldn't mind an extra little scout actually, so these lads can get in this direction. Just sneak down a bit further. Keep an eye on the Spanish. Now there was, are you the same one? I can't remember. There were a couple, but there was one around here last turn, so I'm feeling like they'll be moving south. Hopefully they'll continue to leave us alone in that part of the world. And yeah, we're getting more and more of our Apache Braves from up here in the Navajo camp, which is very nice indeed. Let's just keep on moving down in this direction. And we just keep on bolstering our numbers. Yes, good plan. Well, these guys are supposed to stay there, of course. Gradually, we can move ourselves down. Now, I could build watchtowers, but I really don't need to, so I'm not going to bother. However, that means we've got more armies back in this part of the world. We've got a general as well, which might help us in the movement against the Aztecs. So we need to be careful buying 2 Apache generals. They're a little bit... not quite isolated, but I need to be just careful about them. This guy hasn't got the best army, that's for sure, so just need to make sure I hook him up with whatever I can. Now, at this point, we can probably... so the problem is we've got 2 infantry units there who've taken a bit too much, and we don't have enough infantry for this, really. Nonetheless, we'll probably just have to continue with what we've got. So, pile of dog soldiers, please. Only 4 spaces, that's fine. Okay. So we've got to see if we can wander off in this direction at this point. Hopefully that reinforcement army will just give them second thoughts about attacking us. We're going to give him a poke. Now, that other guy was up by that mine, wasn't he? Indeed he was. So, push up into that guy. What is he? Just a few lads that I've had a poke at before. We'll give him another poke. At this point, we are about where we want to be with these chaps. We're just slowly sneaking them in the right direction. There's the full stack. Now, not a bad idea for you to move in this direction because it might just distract him a little bit, which is probably for the best. Yeah, we've got more and more of our little tiny scout units floating around, and to be honest, I'm quite happy for them to do that. Aha! Now, you are not a bad couple units to add to our main army over here. Now, that could be interesting. Just scattering men all over the place. As for the French, don't know where they are, but our men are tickling, all those words that mean something along those lines in this direction. And we are getting a couple units down here. They're not going to do much or basically anything, but, you know, it's something, I suppose. At Zacatecas, it's probably time to make our move. I have all the scouts I could ever want, and actually our second army of Suki over here has arrived just to make sure we've got the reinforcements we might well want. So what I think we'll do is we'll move this army over here, take on those chaps. Right, they don't want to do it. I don't think they would somehow. You can move over there because I would like you to get and join in with those forces, actually. That would be very nice indeed. You two just move back there. You move around into that army. And there we go. Right, we're going to pick this lad off while he's stuck in the open field. We put 2 field stacks next to each other. And this lad can come and deal with that guy. If I've got a general, I feel confident. Let's head in. Let's take out this chap. In we go then. They are down a sizable hill, and I've set my lad over here onto shootout stance, so he'll get into distance and have a little poke at them where he finds the opportunity. I can't remember what this is. This might be from the Lucium mod. I can't actually recall. I think that's the mod where I've got this from, but I quite like that little addition in the corner to control that, so I've left that ticking along in the background on my game. Now their raiders are going to give us a poke. These guys really are just keeping their archers from annoying me, so I'm quite happy for them to wander. Archers, if you could run into position, that would be ideal. Their archers are having a little bit of a dance. That's fine. Okay, you lads, get yourselves back there. That's fine. We'll charge into them momentarily. Anytime you like. Good. Right, we've got them stuck toying around. Right, our reinforcements are that direction. Fine. I really want to get someone in behind so we can catch them later. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get you 3 to run out like this. Actually, yeah, let's maybe keep this guy in the battle, actually, because he can be very helpful for breaking morale. He is good for that. Yeah, he frightens enemy infantry, so we'll keep him around. However, we will just get these Eagle Warriors to run off in that direction. Fine, are they going to start moving in? They might be, you know. They might be. Fine, we'll just start getting our lads to move. It was a bit of a cat and mouse. They don't really want to do this, do they? No, they don't. They're shooting down my eagles. I don't like that at all. Oh well, let's start charging him. Javelins, you have got some missiles. Yeah, we'll just grab a few more of these front line lads and we'll run down into those archers. Our archers are shooting into them. Reinforcements coming from over the hill. They've realised that they're utter numpties, and those lads in the rear will hopefully clear them out. Fine. My javelins can get a bit further. Actually, just throw into them. That'd be fine. Jaguars, get yourselves into the flanks. There we go. That's the break we're looking for. All my Jaguars to start pushing forward at this point. And the Eagle Warriors, who are back here for good reason, hopefully will now manage to capture them in good time. Can we get all of these javelins coming into there? Jaguars are running through the general. That's fine by me. That's very much what I kind of want to see from them. You, sir, can smash into those lads. They seem to be going for us, which is hilarious because these guys are actually here to pick you off, by the way, lads. Not they don't seem to get the memo, but hey-ho. Right, I mean, this is always going to be a big victory. It's more a case of if I can mop them all up. The Zacatecas Raiders, that's fine. We've had a nice charge into them. These guys, they are charger units, so I will use them to charge. And I do have a few more of these guys who can get around the flank. You can do very much the same kind of thing. Run back in, give them a second charge, and income. That's actually my unit. Well done, my good sirs. Yeah, get into position, charge into them. We are huge charge bonus. Are we actually going to utilise it for the first time in our life? We are. Oh, about 5 of them. 5 of them are. Just get aggressive now, my good sir. Just get aggressive. Just pin them down and finish them off. Is that the general going? It is indeed. That's lovely. And at this point, we're just going to start running them down. A glorious victory for us there. Fairly few losses, but importantly, we've wiped out one of their field armies. With that then, we've cleared those chaps out, and hopefully, yeah, we've got a little bit more movement. I want to keep these two together as much as possible. Fine, fine, fine. So we've got ourselves... There we are. We'll put Sticky around at the back, and you can join in as well. Ooh, yeah, a few more of these lads. Just keep them all somewhat bunched together. That'll be fine. Same with these chaps, actually. You need to get around the back. And you are just scouts, so that's fine by me. Goes down that gold mine. I'd like to think that now we have control of it, but I'm not sure that's how this game works somehow. But hey-ho, it's pretty time to end our turn. Pulpo is, well, looks like it's about to be under attack, doesn't it? But there's no sign of his other armies, so I'm assuming they have indeed moved eastward, and it's one turn until the surrender of Ahua, Katlan. Sadly, our ambushes have been attacked, which is rather unfortunate, but it does tell us there's a full stack over there, which is Interesting. And as for Katlan, then indeed they are going to sally forth. It's a sizable force. He probably should have just sallied at the start, to be honest. He's the faction leader, apparently. He's everyone's friend, which is not good for me to see. Anything for minus? Uninhibited, that is just authority. Unfortunately, nothing for minus morale, just +2 overall. However, we do have plenty of Jaguars, plenty of Eagles to smash into his lines. Hopefully, superior troops will do the job, but they might not break as easy as I might hope, so we'll see how this goes. Let it in. Into battle we go then, and I've been trying to get my raiders to hide in the distance, but unfortunately it hasn't really worked, although it's going to pull the general way out of position, so I guess we'll continue to lead him in the right direction. Okay, we will start charging in our Eagle Warriors. Get good hit in on them, you lads. Get yourself out to the flank. That'll be absolutely marvellous. And we're going to get these lads over here into the general, please. That'll be perfect. Good. And you, sir, get around the flank as well. Good news for all of us. Right, you charge forward. You get into the middle because you will break their morale. And you just keep moving off in that direction. You need to start running as well. You are going to hit that general over in that kind of an angle. And my archers are hopefully doing their job correctly. Okay. So hopefully that is good. No immediate break, but hopefully we'll see one momentarily. You into them. You into them. You. No. Over there. That's right. Okay. That's perfect. So we should have a few routes going on with their general. Oh, that was our general. Okay, well, we're not routing, which is a good thing. I did think for a moment that was very quick for their general to die, but hey-ho. What is he on, by the way? 5. Oh, he's actually very near death already. They're pretty much entirely broken over here. And to be honest, the main thing I should probably be doing is wrapping up around this direction. Just to make sure... Oh, those towers aren't active yet. There goes their general. Marvellous. Right, and with that, we should be absolutely fine. Now, obviously, if we... Yeah, there's victory. I'm just going to continue for a moment, see if I can get a few more kills with just some experience. A pretty clear victory for us then. Only 153 losses. Not too shabby, it must be said. And not really any experience I was hoping for, sadly. 1 unit is gained, and our general fell. This is English soil! Yeah, lovely stuff. And I noticed, by the way, I'll have to see if I can get a clip of it later. I went over to Florida where I now have a few troops, and I could see the French ships, and they spoke to me in German. Very, very strange indeed. We'll have to see if we can get an example of that one later. Okay, is there any need to exterminate? I'm just going to occupy, actually. Keep the population in and around here. Dear Zenis. Interesting, we're getting all of our adopted chaps from from these guys over here, from the Mayan lads. Now, conquistadors, no sign of dragoons or anything like that. I can't remember actually if there's like... no, they should be able to get those lads. I don't think there's any particular tech event on this particular occasion, so we'll have to see about that. Right, you sir, keep on shuffling around to Tikal. You're going to get yourself some more troops on the end turn. That is marvellous. Now you, just make sure we know there's definitely no Spaniards around. Okay, that looks right for now. Chitamal, keep on. No more there. Alton Heart needs to grow, but I don't have enough money to get too big on that. Okay, the Grand Karak over there, which is why I got these two chaps on the water's edge there, just to make sure we can see them coming. You can go around there, and you can take the long way. Hopefully, oh good, marks of war. That's not a bad few things to start us off with. And yeah, head down that way, down to Tikal. No, that way down to Tikal. Perfect. That should give us some options going forward. Now, Campec, how likely are we to survive this? There are 2 Jaguars being created on the end turn. So. Oh, did they accidentally retrain you over the limit? That's lovely. Can't argue with that. It's nice to get some extra troops in. Alright, well, I'm going to send those 2 away, and we'll get ourselves those 2 Jaguar troops in for the end turn, which wouldn't be the worst army. I reckon we could actually hold out with that many, although there's a lot of conquistadors. Can't utilise them in the city so much, but we might struggle against that. We don't have any spearmen for it. Nonetheless, enough Jaguar warriors, enough archers, enough arrow throwers. We might be okay. 3 generals will be lost if we lose this, though. Tough. Chichimec has the plague. That's just perfect, isn't it? One of the few places I can do anything. I can build the Acropolis, which is something, or an Acropolis, I should say. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Pulpo continues to sit around. This army floats now. Without taking out this, we might as well fight him. But look at that experience. Look at that. We'll lose that battle even with a general. So, what are we going to do? These guys can sit in the town. Well, if they want to throw their heads against a brick wall, they're welcome. We're heading into the city. Thank you very much. Heading to either brick wall. We're fine with that. Now. Ooh. We can attack you in the open field. We can attack them in the open field, ladies and gents. That's what we want to see. Now, who do we have? Now, we do have our general here. You can take control of a better force. That is probably our best bet. So you, sir, head into that army. And now, what else do we want? Do we want more archers? Not really, but I guess we can get some Apache scouts who aren't terrible. Not the best in the world. We'll get some of you. In fact, no, we'll get 2 dog soldiers. We'll get 2 dogs. 2 dogs for us. Perfect. Right, this is looking exciting at this point. Now, the question is, if I give you a poke, are you going to... Well, they can't run into the town, so they can't run that far either. Do I fancy taking on all of this in the field? They'll escape anyway, which is, I guess, the problem. So I might as well get all my men around. No point in leaving them hanging out. Most of those can probably just come and join. You join them. And just hang around here. Okay. We'll smash into them. They're going to do it anyway, which is fine by me. Okie pokey. Right, I'm going to command all of these forces. We're going to take on these first. They might well retreat. If we can do damage outside the city, that is better than inside. Let's head in. Probably the last battle of the day, I guess, but this should set us a fair bit on the way to taking out the Chichimec. I'm going to send some of my units running out towards the flanks, then grab all of these chaps. Not the general. General can stick with me, but I want to get them out to the wider positions. Lovely stuff. They're going to start shooting. That's fine. They'll just do whatever damage they're going to do. It's a fairly even sort of battlefield, fairly flat, all things considered. And we'll see what opportunities come our way. Now, it does look like an awful lot of them here at the front, doesn't it? Indeed it does. Now they're getting distracted by us. And we have these chaps over here. So let's just get you into there. Arrow throwers into there. And then the archers just sit on that little hill in that sort of position. Thank you very much. Everyone start running. They're ignoring this side completely, which is... it's fine. Not an issue as far as I'm concerned. Okay, grab those archers then. There were a couple of archers over here. And just swing yourselves into position. That'll be lovely. Right. They don't know what to do now. We're a bit thin, but it's fine. I'm trying to get some angles in. Right, get the charges. Get straight on them. You hit these lancers. General. What do I want to do with the general? I don't know. I don't know. You guys start shooting in your fire arrows. You go and hit those archers. You come and support this general direction. That'll be absolutely fine. And as for all of this, they need to charge into here. Okay, and you come and help us out. Some native archers. Eager warriors charge in, and you lads charge in. That'll be absolutely fine. Archers just hang out and do whatever it is you're going to do. General is going to get involved. Not a problem. Those Zacatecas raiders are gone. They are retreating. We'll hit them. That's the whole point of these guys being in this position, that you come and flank. That's your whole plan. Their enemy general is dead. He was a random bloke, but hopefully that'll put us in a good position. Archers, 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 archers. That's the shame. And just shoot into the pack in general, actually. That's good. That's a break. Yeah, we've got them over on this part of the battlefield. That's good to see. You all head into them. That's them broken. Is it just this end of the battlefield? It is just this end of the battlefield. Throw your javelins in. You throw your javelins in. You're hitting them in the rear, which means you can close that trap. And all of these lads, just get yourselves over into this general direction. We'll pile into them. You charge down those archers. Archers, you just run over in this direction if you wouldn't so mind. Okay, they're mostly gone, aren't they? Mostly gone at this point. Right, you get yourself over there. You get into them. You continue to chase them down. Not enough movement over here, chaps. Right, we have largely got them. It's just there's a few odd battles hitting and off in the odd angles. And javelins. That's fine, but some of these are getting picked off actually as they start to... Yeah, some of my lads who've been chasing them down are now getting picked off. So we just need to be careful about all of that. You guys shoot back into them. You get into them. You lads all charge forward at this point. There's just nonsense going on. General, get into the action. Archers, start shooting in. Yeah, just too many of them have rallied, which again is that classic issue of being able to chase them down. What we need to probably do is reorganise just a little bit. Okay, forget the reorganising. They're pretty much all running at this point. And by the way, if you didn't notice, the original army actually did just run off right at the start. The fact that these guys haven't broken yet is probably good because it means that we can perhaps get on top of them. These chaps are in that direction. We'll finish them off, and pretty much at this point, yeah, just got to chase them down. There's a few archers at the back here who just need to get themselves slapped by a sharp brick. Okay, that's looking pretty good. There's still a few men in the city, but largely the job is looking good. +1 to dread. Bit of extra loyalty, which means nothing as the rebels. So. Plonk that under siege. Now, the important thing here, is that these lads are now too far out the way. Yeah, now... Yes, the unfortunate thing is we are not close enough. Yeah, there's an army here and 2 full stacks. Yeah, so there's 2 full stacks to go and take out over here. And the Spanish are their friends, so they're not going to kill them for us. Bit annoying. Little bit annoying, I won't lie. But I guess I'm going to have to just do it with this army, these armies over here, because, well, that's kind of the point of them, I guess. So let's send... No, we'll leave some native warriors behind. But essentially, we're just going to send 4 stacks at them. See if we can take them out that way. Bit worried about this general, though. So maybe I've got to organise these forces to make sure I have... Yeah, that's probably about as good as I've got, isn't it? So, get over here. Now, my generals aren't going to arrive over here anytime soon. Now, I wouldn't mind getting rid of the native warriors. There we go. There are some nice chaps over here. Yeah, I'm not even going to try and pronounce those. I've learnt my lesson, ladies and gents. Fine. 4 of those chaps. And there are... Yeah, you know what? I don't need all those dog soldiers. They're only so useful at the end of the day. Bit of flaming arrows to assist. Can't argue with that. But, yeah, we'll take those instead. Fine. I'll grab these other 2 as well. And with that, we have ourselves about as good as an army as we're likely to have any time soon, I would think. I guess I could change these native warriors as well, just to be sure. Fine, we'll do that. So those Apache Braves can come join us. Fine. Fine. So I'm going to plonk him down here. At least if we do end up accidentally ambushing him, it will be potentially with an army that can do the job. So we'll see about that. Okay, I think... Actually, let's not move them quite so near. Let's just keep them there, thank you. Right, I think we are done for today, ladies and gents. We've had ourselves a pretty productive day. Haven't quite taken out the Chichimecs, but they are down to, well, in effect one, but they've still got the second last town over here. This army stuck between two full stack cities, so that will knock them out. We have ourselves, well, more and more troops in this part of the world. More and more who are starting to be able to hold the walls for us, which is what we want to see. So, with all of that set up, I think we're gradually bringing our armies where they need to be in order to counter against the Aztecs. Chichimecs, I'd love this army to join me. If I can get that to join me, that'd be ideal, because I'm not going to be able to take out the city here without these guys. I suspect that's going to be basically impossible. So this army not attacking us, if it just wants to go for a long siege, that would be the perfect situation. However, I will move these peasants because they're clearly stuck in the way right now, and they're going to get themselves killed, so they can do a little bit of scouting. Fine. Well, as for the Spanish, before next time then, well, we have to see what we can do in this part of the world. If we can hold on at all, great, but we might be struggling. What we need to just do really is get a couple strongholds and really batten down the hatches on this one. We will see how that goes, I guess, in the coming turns. If you're wondering about the French, I don't know where they are. They're around here somewhere. Presumably in a forest or something. I mean, I could plot my men out and have a little poke again. There's, one of their missionaries. But I can't see an awful lot else right now. So I'm just going to hide back in my town. And same over here. They're just not really anywhere to be seen at this point in time, which is very strange indeed. Can I see that French fleet that I was talking about? Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're Reichswaters. Well, it is Admiral Germain, so I suppose that makes somewhat sense. I don't know. Perhaps they're from Strasbourg. Either way, I will leave it for now. It's been a successful enough day, but we've seen plenty. So I will leave you. I'm Thomas, this is To Nerds to Human, and this has been Medieval 2 American Rebels Campaign. Thank you, and goodbye. Shoot the flames of death into their eyes. Oh no, we're gonna die! Coward, 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 coward. Stop, sir! You're supposed to die! Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away! Our ballistas can actually shoot our own gates. Okay, let's get on with this battle. Run away.